the word to Professor Mohammed Shomali. I don't introduce much about the speakers, because you can find all the news in the booklet, and that are more effective at whatever can be said.
In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, I am very grateful to God for giving us the blessings of unity and mutual love and respect, and we want to share this good news with you here. And I cannot agree more with what Roberto said. And building upon that, I would like to approach the issue of wings of unity and the idea of unity of God and unity in God based on my experience. I have studied in the Islamic Seminary of Qom, and since I was 17, I joined the seminary, and from the beginning I had deep interest in philosophy and spirituality together, because I think mind and heart should work together. And then later I did also my BA and MA in Western philosophy, and then I went to the UK to do my PhD on ethical relativism. And with my wife, we used every opportunity to know more about people of other faiths, but in particular about Christianity. And although this was not related to my PhD, but it was my deep conviction heart that I should know more about Christianity, not just as it is written in the books and taught in classroom, but as it's lived and practiced by Christians themselves. So based on this interest, we were able to make good contacts, and our first serious encounter was with our Focolare friends in the UK, and then it expanded to other places that Focolare existed, plus other denominations of Christianity, like Anglicans, like Mennonites, and other people. I have been reflecting on the concept of unity, especially unity of God, and how we can understand under that universal God our differences and our diversity. For sure, God has purpose in everything that He does or He asks. And I could not think that the purpose was conflict or war or tension or separation and things like that. I remember when I was even not yet in the seminary in Tehran, where I was born and grew up, in our mosque we were frequently hearing to some verses of the Quran. After daily prayer, normally we have some supplications, some verses of the Quran. And that verse was about the way God describes the believers. And God says, آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. Believers, like the messenger, they believe in God, they believe in His revelation, they believe in His prophets, and they say we don't make any discrimination against any messenger. So based on that instruction, which for years I absorbed. I was very clear that my being Muslim is not a mandate for ignoring, let alone fighting or having conflict or separation with people who are believers in God in other traditions. So this was there. But thanks to God, our experience with our Christian friends, and in particular with Focolare movement and with some of my Mennonite friends, went very deep. At the same time that I was trying to understand theologically these issues, but we were able to experience great sense of unity and brotherhood. And I spent lots of time with Focolare friends in UK, in different cities, in Italy, in Philippines, in Indonesia, in the United States, in Canada, many countries. And I was observing them carefully, always with love and respect, but also with caution, because I wanted to see what is really the spirit of this charisma of unity, which I found it also to be very close to our own way of understanding unity and spirituality. Anyway, it's now about 20 years that we started with Focolare in Leeds, and then UK, then Italy, and all over the world. To make the story very short, in one of our visits that Roberto mentioned, when we took a group of women from seminary of Com for the second time to Lopiano, and this time for a 4-week program, a short program was designed for them to observe formation for the people who want to join the movement. So we wanted also our people to observe it. And thanks to God, that visit became very exceptional. And we had a sad story that as soon as we landed in Fiumicino, my wife's bag was stolen, her passport was stolen. So that sad story led to beautiful experiences because we had to stay longer. And I always say, if we knew that those things are going to happen in those extended days, we would always, wanted ourselves to stay there. But without force, we were not, going to stay longer. So many things happened. I don't have, unfortunately, time to mention. One of the things that happened was we had a beautiful meeting with staff and students of Sofia. So Sofia is a university that is part of the Focolare movement, and they offer graduate courses. So we had very good meeting, and we talked about some of the problems of the world and how we think unity and love can provide solution for all the problems that we have in the world. And Professor Piero Coda, who is a very respected Catholic theologian and also the president of this university, so he suggested that I should go and teach in Sofia. So in April 2016, I went to Sofia, and I had 4 sessions with students about Islamic understanding of interfaith and my experience. And then I suggested to Piero something which is now called as Wings of Unity project. So I said to Piero, we know each other for many years, and I am sure you are very much committed to enhancing unity, because I know this is very much the center of Focolare spirituality. And I think I am also committed to this idea of unity. But I also think that we are somehow stuck we have reached some level of understanding, but it seems that we are yet not there. There is something that still we have to unlock. And my idea is, and sometimes I say, of course, I say with maximum humility, not as a kind of pride. I said something that maybe no one said this from a Muslim tradition to a Christian, or from a Christian tradition to a Muslim, or maybe between any two traditions. I said, I cannot say to God that I have done my best for understanding your plan if I only discuss this with my Muslim brothers and sisters and read only Muslim literature. And perhaps you the same. We cannot say honestly to God that we did everything possible. We did our best to understand your plan when we only discuss it with our own people. I have no doubt that if we really show to God our thirst for understanding, He will guide us, because the Quran says, الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Those who struggle in our way, we will show them our path. But I said, we need to ask God together for guidance. This is the core of Wings of Unity project. So I told him, I am now in London. I can come every 3-4 months. Let's meet few of us and discuss our understanding of unity and different aspects of unity, and pray to God together to guide us. But we don't make any preconditioning. We don't say to God, please tell me, and I tell the other party. No. What is important is just God should speak to us. It can be from my mind and mouth, it can be from Piero's mind and mouth, or even from someone outside. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that it should come from God. And because of our deep sense of unity, we had reached that point that we were very comfortable with each other and really one family. I'm sure many of you, when hear Roberto or me saying brother, sister, you think these are formalities, and I don't blame you. But if you really know our relation, you realize we really are brothers and sisters. So Piero said, this is a very good idea. What should we call it? And I had not thought about name because I was not sure he's going to accept it. And just came to my mind, Wings of Unity. Because we need 2 wings to fly. And I thought we are like 2 wings that we can fly together in the sky of unity. And it was interesting that later I knew that coda, which is his surname in Italian, means tail. So we have 2 wings and we have also tail. So this Wings of Unity became a project that we accepted to work on it wholeheartedly. We decided in April 2016, then we had the first Wings of Unity in July 2016. So few of us got together and we talked about unity of God and unity in God. I think this is the summary of everything. We have one God, and under that one God, we should be united. I remember when we started the second day of first round of Wings of Unity in July 2016. One of our Focolare friends who has done his PhD on inter-religious dialogue, just after one day, he said his whole idea of inter-religious dialogue has changed. Because we no longer speak to each other as 2 parties. We talk to each other as members of one family. And not only we talk to each other, we think together. We share our love for God and humanity together. There are many times during our discussions that people tell us we don't feel anymore who is Muslim, who is Christian. And not because we are liberal or we compromise or dilute. Actually, we are very strong in our tradition. But we think if you are strong doesn't mean you have to be harsh. If you are strong, you become gentle. Those who are weak and fragile, they become hostile. We are so strong that we feel confident and we don't need to keep any walls, any barriers between us. So we had wonderful discussion and we started writing down a little bit about mission statement, constitution, something. And what we decided from the beginning was we take this as laboratory. We would theologically try to develop ideas, but we would also try to offer it to other people, to see how it works, how other people, especially the youths, receive it. And one of the things that we decided, and actually was our first project together, was a summer school in Tonadico. So in August 2017, we had 20 Catholic youths, 23 Shia youths got together. We had our second Wings of Unity, but also we offered to them what we had discussed in our first round of Wings of Unity. And thanks to God, we had great experience. And my sister Rita is going to talk about that. We have so far had 5 rounds of Wings of Unity. And the last one was in April this year. We had a second group meeting after Tonadico in Lopiano in April. And in December, we are going to have Week of Unity in Sofia. So there would be 35-6 of Shia plus some Catholic students. And we would discuss again Wings of Unity, plus we will follow our discussion. We have had in different countries sessions, for example, in Edmonton in Canada, in Winnipeg, in Waterloo, also in UK, in different places like Glasgow. We have had sessions on unity of God and unity in God. And also this year in September, we had a camp in Glasgow jointly organized by Focolare and Shia community there about unity of God and unity in God. I think we are at the beginning, but this beginning has been already very great and useful for us. And I hope God would keep guiding us till we reach the point that He wants humanity to reach, which is to get together around the truth with maximum love and solidarity. So I would request my sister Rita to continue and inspire us. Thank you.